Today we're going to learn all about bees, and we're going to read from the book, My Best Book of Creepy Crawlies. Look at this cool picture of such an awesome beehive. So honeybees are busy all summer long. They fly from flower to flower, feeding on the sweet nectar inside. There are many different kinds of bee. Most of them live on their own, in a burrow or in a hollow stem. But honeybees live with thousands of others in a huge group called a colony. A colony works as a team. Together the bees build a nest. They find food, fight their enemies, and care for their young. Honeybees build their nest in a cave or a hollow tree. Bees make a waxy material which they shape into long slabs called honeycomb. Bees' nests are strong and may last 50 years or more. In a honeybee's nest, most of the bees are females, called workers. A few of the bees are males, called drones. One of the bees is a queen. When she is young, the queen bee mates with the drones. Soon after, she begins to lay thousands of eggs. She lays each egg in its own little pocket or cell in the honeycomb. After 3 days, the eggs hatch into wriggly grubs called larvae. The worker bees feed the larvae with nectar and pollen from flowers. In a few days, the larvae are fully grown, and the workers seal their cells with wax. Inside, each larva turns into a pupa, which then changes into a bee. The new bee starts work as soon as they hatch. They clean the nest, feed the queen, and look after the next batch of eggs. As they grow older, the young bees start to make wax and build new slabs of honeycomb to hold extra stores of food for the winter. During the summer, the workers leave the nest to gather food. They suck up sugary nectar from flowers with their long tongues. Pollen is a yellow dust made by flowers. As they feed, the bees comb pollen onto their back legs and carry it back to the nest. Inside the nest, the nectar is turned into honey and stored in the cells. The pollen is stored there too, in layers. When a bee finds a new source of food, it returns to the nest and does a special dance to tell all the other bees where they can find it too. If a bee's nest gets too crowded, the old queen flies off with a swarm of workers to start a new nest. A larva in the old nest grows into a new queen. Honeybees rest in winter, feeding on their stores of honey and keeping warm. When spring returns, they fly off in search of more nectar.